What's up guys and welcome back for some more Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So in the last episode we went through Victory Road, and in this episode we're gonna go ahead and challenge the Elite Four. And if you guys have been enjoying this Let's Play so far, then make sure to hit that like button. It really does help me a lot and shows your support. So here we are in Pokemon League, and this looks really cool. So the door is opening, and the first Elite Four member is gonna be Sydney, who uses dark type Pokemon mostly. So we do have our Medicham, which can definitely hit hard, and there is Sydney. And it does not look like we can sit on his chair, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk to him. For some reason in this game he looks really nasty compared to Ruby and Sapphire. So yeah, we are up against Sydney, and his first Pokemon is gonna be my Tiana, and I do have my Medicham in front, so I can just Mega Evolve my Medicham. And we do not have any Dark Resist on our team, but we can definitely hit his team hard with our Pokemon. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve and go right for the high jump kick. Hopefully I do hit. And he goes for the Sucker Punch, which is gonna do a lot of damage because he got a crit, and that's really unfortunate. But we are able to hit this high jump kick, and this Tiana is gonna go down. And that was really bad, but he's about to send out his Absol, so I'm gonna go into my... Let's see, I can just go into my Sceptile. As he's gonna send out his Absol, which is his ace, so I'm just gonna go for the Leaf Blade as I do outspeed him. And it's definitely gonna do a lot of damage. As he goes for the release, that's not gonna do too much, I believe. Holy crap, that does so much. So I'm gonna go for the Leaf Blade once again and finish this thing off. I'm surprised that his Absol didn't go for the Sucker Punch, because I think it can definitely learn that. And I have turned on my experience share once again because I've heard that there is a sudden jump in levels, and I definitely don't want my Pokemon to be under leveled, since experience share has been off since quite some time now. So he's about to send out his Sharpedo, as I'm gonna go into my Manectric, and I can just go for the Volt Switch. I'm able to outspeed him, and this is a level 50 Sharpedo. Oh my god. So it's just gonna go down, and Manectric got a level up. Alright. Wants to learn Charge. That's a really bad move, so I'm not gonna let it learn that. And Medicham also got a level up, so I'm gonna go into my Medicham to see what Pokemon he sends out. So he's about to send out Shiftry. I hope that I can outspeed this thing, even though this thing is 6 levels ahead of me. And I'm just gonna go for the Ice Punch, as unfortunately the Shiftry has Fake Out, and it's able to take out my Medicham. So let's see what we can go into. I can definitely go into my Manectric because I do have Overheat, which I can go for, and it's just gonna roast this Shiftry. Medicham would have actually outsped him if he didn't go for the Fake Out, but now he's gonna send out his Cacturne, and I think I'm gonna go into my Metagross this time, even though Cacturne is a Dark type Pokemon, but I'm still gonna go into my Metagross, as I can just go for the Meteor Mash and take this thing out. I can definitely take any one hit from this character, so that's for sure. And we actually outspeed this character, so it's gonna be a clean Oko, and his character is gonna go down, and that's gonna be our first Elite Four battle, and we just won it. And can we sit on his chair now because we have defeated him? Nope, we still cannot sit on his chair. That really sucks. But I'm gonna heal up my Medicham because it can definitely put in some work against other members of Elite Four, and I'm gonna heal up my Sapphire as well. And let's proceed. That looks really cool, how they have made this. And the door just opens. Alright, definitely spooky, but we have to keep our Ludicolo in front, I believe. And we can just proceed on now, because the next Elite Four member is gonna be Phoebe, and I think that's how you pronounce her name. I might be wrong. And what is she doing? Alright, so let's talk to her. And for some reason she's laughing at me. Alright, let's see if you laugh after I defeat you. And she does use Ghost type Pokemon, so that's why I do have my Ludicolo in front, because we do have knockoff on our Ludicolo, which is super effective against Ghost types. And we are up against the second member of Elite Four. This music is so awesome. That was a really cool transition with like flowers and stuff. So she's gonna send out her Dusclops, which isn't really too bad because Dusclops does not have too much offensive capabilities, so I can just go for the knockoff. Like, Dusclops might go for the Confuse Ray or something, or it goes for the Curse. That's definitely annoying, as we are gonna lose significant amount of HP every turn, so I have to stay in, and she's probably gonna use full restore. So I'm gonna take this opportunity and go into my, let's see, we can go into Manectric. Yep, and she does use the full restore. And I can just Mega Evolve and go for the discharge. And it does a lot of damage, and we also paralyze this Dusclops. And if we break through, then we'll be able to finish off this Dusclops next turn. And we do break through the confusion, and this is gonna be the end of this Dusclops. And Metagross grew to level 50. So she's gonna send out Sableye. We did not have any fairy type or even a fairy type move on our team. So I think I'm gonna stay in. Or actually, I shouldn't stay in because Manectric is confused. So I can just go into my Metagross. If I wasn't confused, then I would have stayed in, but I just don't want to waste any time because we do have to defeat her. And goes for the fake out. That's not gonna do too much. It does like 5 damage, and I can go for the Meteor Mash and then follow up with Bullet Punch. And actually this just takes the Sableye out, and In this game, her ace is actually Sableye, not Banate. I know, it sounds really surprising, but we can just go back into our Ludicolo because Banate is gonna come out, and we do have the almighty knockoff. But sadly, it does not get the power boost because these Pokemon aren't carrying any items. And goes for the Spite. So our PP is reduced. That's not really a big deal as we can just follow up with one more knockoff, and this will be able to knock out this Banate. I do have Expert Belt on my Ludicolo, so that's definitely gonna help. And she has one more Banate. Oh, alright, so I'm gonna stay in, and Ludicolo can just dance and kill these ghosts. So actually, I want to try Nature Power. It turns into Tri-Attack for some reason. I was hoping that it will turn into Shadow Ball, seeing as how this terrain is. But it turns into Tri-Attack, which is not good for us. But we can just go for the knockoff and hit this thing. And knockoff is doing some nice damage, but it is not bringing this Banate down to red health, which means that she's not gonna use a full restore, so we can just take this thing out by going for a knockoff. And Ludicolo is definitely putting in some work in this battle. So now she's gonna send out a Duskenoir. Alright, so this is a new Pokemon in her team, and for that I'm gonna go into Ryuzaki. Even though we are a Psychic type Pokemon, but I still want to see how much this Zen Headbutt does to this Duskenoir. And it actually does not do too much, and this thing goes for the Hex. It still does so much damage, holy crap. So I can definitely not stay in, or if I do stay in, then Ryuzaki is gonna go down, but I can just stay in and go for the Zen Headbutt and get some more damage on this Duskenoir, and then I can finish this thing off with my Manectric. Goes for the Thunder Punch and takes out our Medicham, so that's not too good. And actually, Ludicolo can be the star of the show, so I'm gonna go into Ludicolo and go for this knockoff, which is definitely gonna take out this Duskenoir, if I'm not mistaken. It might live with like 1 HP because this thing is so bulky. Yep, it does live on 1 HP, and this is definitely annoying because she's gonna use the full restore, and our Ludicolo is gonna go down. So I'm gonna go into Manectric. As let's see if she goes for the full restore. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go for that. She does go for the full restore, and our Duskenoir is gonna be back to full. So basically, all the damage we did on this Duskenoir with our Medicham was useless. And this thing still lives on like 1 HP. Does this thing have like invisible focus sash or something? Like, it's not dying. Finally dies, and because of this thing's ability, which is pressure, our PP has severely gone down for discharge. But Manectric is gonna gain a level, and there she goes. So we defeated Phoebe, and we can now proceed on to the next Elite Four member, and she's still laughing. Alright, so I'm gonna heal up my Medicham and my Ludicolo. Ludicolo definitely put in some work. And I'm gonna use now Hyper Potion on Mirror B and Ryuzaki. And everyone is healed up now. So next up is gonna be the Elite Four member that uses Ice type Pokemon. So this is a great opportunity for our Medicham to gain some levels. And this looks really awesome. They have done so much work on these graphics and the detailing. And wow, it becomes an ice floor. Let's see if we can skate or not. Nope, it does not feel slippery. And I believe her name is Glacia, so I'm gonna challenge her, but let's see, we cannot sit on anything. What the hell this is? Alright, so let's talk to her. Hopefully this is gonna be easy because, alright, that was a really creepy face, not gonna lie. Alright, so what I was saying that hopefully this is gonna be easy because we do have Medicham and she has Ice type Pokemon, and we can definitely outspeed this Glalie with our Medicham, unless this thing is too high leveled. Alright, so let's actually see, and I'm gonna go for the high jump kick by Mega Evolving. And it goes for the crunch, but it's not gonna do too much damage because it's not stab, and Glalie isn't really that powerful before Mega Evolving. So her Glalie is gonna go down, and Erza got a level up. Erza has been doing absolutely nothing against Elite Four, and now she's gonna send out Frostlass. Frostlass can definitely outspeed me, and it does have the ghost typing. So I think what I want to do is that I'm gonna go into my Manectric because I do have overheat, as you guys have seen before, and I'll be able to melt this freaking Frostlass. So just gonna go for the overheat as we do outspeed. And so Metagross also got a level up, and Ryuzaki too. She has one more Frostlass. I'm actually gonna stay in with my Manectric. And let's see if this -2 special attack overheat can knock out this Frostlass or not. And we miss, and it goes for the Confused Ray. Actually, I just want to go into my Metagross now and just hit this thing up with a Bullet Punch. Goes for the Blizzard, and we are of course gonna eat that up. And I'm gonna go for the Bullet Punch. Hopefully this does take this thing out because Metagross is really strong, but it lives. And goes for the Omnius Wind and also gets the stat boost. So if she uses a full restore, then this is gonna be really annoying, but I don't think she's gonna use. So I'm gonna go for the Bullet Punch and take out this Frostlass. And it's just gonna go down. Now Walrein is about to come out, and because Walrein is so fat, we can definitely outspeed this fat Walrein with our Ryuzaki and hit this thing up with a high jump kick before it gets any chance to do anything. So I can just go for the high jump kick and knock this thing out if we do hit. Yes, we do. And it's just gonna go down. And this was her ace, I believe, or it was Glalie. Pretty sure it was Walrein. And her last Pokemon is gonna be one more Glalie. And we can just go for the high jump kick. We are hitting all of these high jump kicks. That's really lucky. And our second Glalie is also gonna go down. So that's the third member of Elite Four, and only one more is left. And that one guy is really dangerous. So I'm gonna heal up my Pokemon real quick. And luckily for us, nobody fainted in this battle. Because Ice type isn't really that like strong typing for any Pokemon. Except for like few Pokemon like Mamoswine. But yeah, so we can now proceed, and I think I'm gonna lead off with my Medicham in the next battle too. I'm really liking Medicham so far. And wow, look at this. Kind of reminds me of Ocarina of Time, where in that one temple these things used to jump. And we can now go. This looks so awesome. Look at this dragon face. Or actually, it might be a dragon skull. Who knows? And let's actually talk to him straight up. Not gonna waste any time, so... Oh my god. So we are up against the most badass Elite Four member from Hoenn region. It's also known as Drake. His animation is so cool. Like Jaws of Dragon, wow. So his first Pokemon is gonna be Altaria, and that's why I do have my Medicham in front, and I can just Mega Evolve and go right for the Ice Punch. And goes for the Cotton Guard. I'm not sure if Cotton Guard is gonna save this thing from this powerful Medicham. So the Cotton Guard is still not gonna save this thing, and we can just follow up with one more Ice Punch and take this Altaria out, because Medicham is way too strong, even though this Altaria was like few levels ahead of us. And Manectric grew to level 50. Now he's gonna send out Flygon, and what I can definitely do is stay in, because I do have Ice Punch, which is super effective, and I can just go for that. So goes for the Screech, which is not really the best choice, but yeah, this Flygon is just gonna go down without doing anything. And no Iron Defense for you. Everyone is gaining level now. So he has one more Flygon. I'm just gonna stay in and Ice Punch this thing too in the face. And this Flygon is a smart one. Goes for the Earthquake, and it's definitely gonna take us out because Flygon isn't that weak. So now we can just go into our Latias and go right for the Dragon Breath, as we can definitely outspeed this thing. And it actually takes us pretty well, but we do paralyze it, and this Flygon somehow goes for the Supersonic for some reason. So I'm gonna continue to go for this Dragon Breath, and we hit ourselves in confusion, which is bad. But this Flygon does get fully paralyzed, which makes it even. And this Dragon Breath is gonna finish off this Flygon. And pretty much every Pokemon in our team is level 50 now, which is definitely good, except Medicham. And now he's gonna send out Salamence, so I'm not sure who I want to go into, but I definitely want to go into, let's see, I can actually just stay in, to be honest. I can just stay in and go for the Dragon Breath, because he's not gonna Mega Evolve, so it's fine. And we are still confused, but Erisa is able to pull through the confusion, and that's a dead Latias for sure. Yep, and the Dragon Rush is gonna take us out, and he does not miss his Dragon Rush. So, I'm gonna go into my Sapphire because we do have Dual Chop. Even though we cannot make it evolve, the Dual Chop will be able to do the job. I hope so. Nope, it does not look like that. Oh, but actually we are able to take this thing out. For a second I thought that the second hit will not be able to knock out the Salamence. And now he's gonna send out Kingdra. We can definitely stay in, as there's not much this thing can do unless it is carrying Ice Beam. It is just 2 level ahead of us, and Leaf Blade is gonna be doing a lot more damage, I believe, compared to Dragon Claw. And this Kingdra goes for the Yawn, which is annoying, but I'm just gonna stay in with my Sapphire and go for the Leaf Blade. Hopefully we do get a higher damage roll so that we can knock this Kingdra out, but no. It just goes for the Yawn, and now he's gonna use the full restore, so I can just go into my Manectric and take this free switch as he goes for the full restore. And the Elite Four so far isn't really that difficult, but it isn't really that easy too, because we did have our experience share turned off for majority of time, at least after like 5th gym. And this Kingdra is just gonna spam this Yawn, which is annoying, and it does not look like this charge will be able to knock out this thing, so I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. And we do bring this thing down to the red health, so that means he's gonna go for the full restore. So I can once again take this opportunity, and actually I can just go into Metagross. This Kingdra is somehow being really annoying to our team, and goes for the Yawn. Alright, now I have to hope that I hit this Zen Headbutt, because if I miss, then it's gonna be really bad. And he uses a full restore, and this is gonna be our second Pokemon which has gone to sleep, which is annoying, but we do have Awakening, so we can just use it and wake up our Metagross. Hopefully he does not just go for these Yawn. Alright, he goes for the Surf. That's not gonna do too much, and this Zen Headbutt will be able to finish off this Kingdra. Yep, so this Kingdra is finally gonna go down, and we have successfully beaten the entire Elite Four with our awesome Pokemon. Alright, so next up is gonna be the champion Foreign region, and if we do win, then we are gonna become the champion. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we're definitely gonna take on the champion. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.